I will not yell at my kids.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Imposter Syndrome Disrupted. And so glad to have my first guest, Rachael Bush of Mobile Business Solutions. And she'll have time to introduce herself and we'll get into our conversation. But I want to get started by just welcoming you all to the show. Episode number 2. Please put in the chat, in the comments, where you're from. Good morning, Colonel. How are you? So nice to have you here. But put in the chat, where are you from? It'll be so great to know, because this is all about, we're on LinkedIn, right? This is all about networking. Hi, Christopher. Nice to have you. The two of you pop up first with comments, and you're both from one of my networking groups. So great to have you. Hi, Ricklin. So where are you from, everyone? Put in your locations, please. Good morning, Ophelia. Who else is with me? So let me just say this right away, and I'll get to my introduction and all that other formality stuff. But I am so excited still from episode 1. You know how sometimes we can have in our brains, our minds, an ideal, and we wonder if it's going to resonate, if it's going to hit, if it's going to be of value. Episode 1, yeah. All that was dispelled from my brain about whether or not it would resonate or would be of value because of the phenomenal engagement that I received in real time with the live, with those who were here with me, and the chat. Oh my goodness. The comments, the engagement was phenomenal. So thank you so very much. It is so nice to have you here with me on this journey as we work together to disrupt imposter syndrome for women entrepreneurs. And it's glad to have the male supporters along for the ride with us. But I'm Clarine Mitchell, owner of TCM Communications. I'm known as the LinkedIn Results Generator, Igniter, because I work with my clients to take them from being stuck on the platform, meaning LinkedIn, to generating results on a consistent basis from the platform, because that's what it's about. My primary target audience, client-wise, are entrepreneurs, but I have a broad array of clients. But I see entrepreneurs can gain the most value from LinkedIn because as I'm an entrepreneur as well, we need to generate sales, business leads on an ongoing basis to be able to keep our businesses flowing, right? Keeping the client flow there. And LinkedIn is a perfect platform to do that because it is the #1 professional in business social media platform. Okay, I'm done with that. So moving on. Now I explained, and hello, everyone. Check in. Let us know where you're from. Colonel, I see you representing Chicago. Christopher, Riverside, California. Hello, Patty Jackson in Maine. Wow. See, I love how East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, all of that. Sherelle, nice to have you. And Dorothy from Milwaukee, a mutual connection of Rachael and mine. So I went through my introduction, right, about me being a LinkedIn coach, trainer, event speaker, author of a LinkedIn book, but that is not what this show is about. This show is really all about putting a spotlight on women entrepreneurship and a spotlight on women entrepreneurs specifically. And I came to the point of focusing on this as far as my LinkedIn live show. That's every second and fourth Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Is because working with female entrepreneurs as the main base of my clients, I've seen, and this is generally speaking, that we as women and this is not just unique to being entrepreneurs, but especially as women entrepreneurs, because we have to thrive more than just survive as business owners. We need to thrive. But I see, compared to my male clients, and this is in general, but specifically, that we struggle more when it comes to owning our brands, really, and shining online. And that's the slogan for my business, is shining online. But as I work and provide my one-on-one coaching with my women clients, some of them, the majority of them, they hesitate in owning their story, especially in their about section or their headline, and really and being consistent with their content, because we really kind of have that mental block and have that imposter syndrome where we feel we're not good enough, or we're not all that we say that we are, or we should be saying who we are, or we're not trying to be, as I always say, our biggest fans. They're always close by, my mom. But we struggle with that. And that's why this show is dedicated. Oh my goodness, my friend. All right, I'm sorry. I got distracted by the comments. Hi, Keisha. So nice to have you. But let me put the spotlight, and I lost it. Nope, here we go. One of my clients, Brenda from Dubai. That's why I had to put the spotlight on her. So nice to know we're international with this show here. Now, I wanted to, just for the sake of making sure we're all on the same page with this, right? Can't assume as far as people have, and whenever you want to chime in, Rachel, please.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
But I don't want to assume, and this may block you, Rachel, and I'm sorry for that. But let's do this. And yeah, it's blocking you just momentarily. But I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, definition wise, when it comes to imposter syndrome, rather. And so, not assuming, but understanding. And of course, as we talked about in episode 1, some men, deal with imposter syndrome as well. But as research goes, it's really more of a phenomenon for women, or more of a hindrance for women. And especially when it comes to, things in general in society, and how the disparities are there for women when it comes to the workplace and pay equity and all of that, or inequity. So really more of an issue for women. So with this definition, imposter syndrome, the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. So really, Rachel's back. No matter what we do, no matter how skilled we are, no matter what our experience and expertise is, no matter what our education level is, no matter, we still say, that just happened by mistake, or that's not going to happen again, or I can't really do this on my own, or I'm not brilliant. But we are brilliant. And I'm hoping my goal with this show, that it allows us to really start owning our brilliance more, so that we're able to shine online with LinkedIn and get the results that we need. So on the same page with that, let me just review and I'm sorry, we can see some of you this time. Rachel. So the format for the show, again, every second and fourth Tuesday, just the opening, welcome, checking in, having fun, seeing who's here with us for the party, so to speak. Empowering quote, and I will go and share that now. We'll go into, because I want you to be inspired, empowered by this show. Also, entrepreneurship news. So I have 3 news items I want to share with you today, and then we'll get into the topic with the guest. Okay. So that's the format you can expect each episode for this show. So without further delay, let's get into, okay, Rachel, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to figure out how to work this better. And I shared the definition of imposter syndrome, but let me just put the disclaimer there. I am not an imposter syndrome expert. I'm an expert at being Clarine, being a Black woman, being an entrepreneur and what I do LinkedIn training, but I am not an expert when it comes to imposter syndrome. And I hope to get some experts on this show at some point. But here's the motivational quote for today. Surround yourself, and this is by Oprah, as you see, surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Right? Being an entrepreneur can be, especially a woman entrepreneur, can be lonely, struggling, and hard, but it doesn't have to be when we have partnerships, right? When we surround ourselves with others who are either women entrepreneurs or understand and support who we are and what we do. All right. And to go with that, I want to also share, and then this will lead into my conversation with Rachael. Last week, speaking of woman empowerment, and it's not necessarily about entrepreneurship, but it is about women empowerment, women's empowerment. Oh my goodness. What happened on January 20th? Rachael, any like insights on or guesses? Let me go back to the chat.
I'm more than happy to share that I was inspired by Michelle Obama's outfit at the inauguration. So
wait a minute. Let me get my overlays together here.
There you go.
Yes. So you were right on. We didn't practice this really, but Michelle Obama. And so, okay, thank you. Sorry. And then you come back. I'll let you know. But the sisterhood, the unity. And so if you watch the inauguration, like I did from beginning to end, but especially seeing what the entrance that Michelle Obama had, right? She owned, and it wasn't even a room, it was outdoors. She owned that. And it was phenomenal how she looked. But I want to focus on the camaraderie, the unity, sisterhood between her and Vice President Kamala Harris. And the look, without even saying anything to each other verbally, the connectivity, the support, the love. And again, as you know, connecting back to Oprah Winfrey's quote, the importance of us having that, surrounding ourselves with those who can support us and give us that positive energy, because we can get there quicker and we can go further when we're supporting each other. And so making sure that we do that. And so come back, Rachael. I'm going to take this back off. Now, I want Rachael to introduce herself, and then I have a surprise for her. That wasn't your introduction.
I
know. But I want Rachael to introduce herself and give her elevator pitch. So, Rachael, your elevator pitch. And again, having clients come as regular guests is the process. I will have part of the process in identifying guests for this show, because this show again connects to women entrepreneurship empowerment, but then also being able to use LinkedIn and leverage LinkedIn to stand out and advance our businesses as women entrepreneurs. And so my clients, I can attest to what they do because they're clients of mine, right? So Rachael's been a longstanding client of mine, and actually, like,
can I share the connection? Like, can I tell that story? Are you open to it?
Okay, but
if I give my perspective, you can chime in, but I'll share with everyone.
Okay.
I have been following Clarion, so when she preaches content, for that matter, it's exactly why I tuned into her. She was talking about clearly something I use LinkedIn, but she looked like me. And so I was intrigued even more to be like, who is this lady who keeps talking about how I need to use LinkedIn? And then she's doing it on all her platforms. So, of course, I'm checking in on Facebook. I'm checking in on Instagram. And so we have been connected virtually for a little over 2 years. Yeah, little just, from that way. We didn't meet in person until it'll be almost 2 years ago at an event. And so I knew who she was clearly and struck up the conversation. And then once she shared something, I was like, well, I'm Rachel Bush. And she just screams like in the middle of this event, like, Rachel, I finally met you. Oh my God. And she hugged me. I spoke
Oh my
English a
goodness, here
little
she
bit.
goes. Okay.
Yeah, it was she's like, you followed me all this time and I get to actually meet you in person. I'm like, yeah, sounds kind of stalker-ish, which is something I know I posted before. But what intrigued me was she had stayed consistent with her delivery. And
Okay, time out.
oh, okay.
This isn't about you, me. This is about you.
I know, but
So,
I wanted to lead into the relationship from
okay.
that.
So let's take a pause right here because
Okay,
this is about you. Spotlight on you.
got
And
it.
we have a limited amount of time. I have my
Got
time
it.
because I don't want to go over time.
All
So this
right.
was my surprise that I wanted to share.
Oh,
So this is the photo from that day, and as Rachel talked about, like I was super excited. And so there's the photo, and I'm gonna take it away so she can come back. But there's the social proof, the evidence of that. And yes, it was all on social media at the time. And when our 1 year anniversary, rolls up, we put it out again sometime.
we do.
But it was because, and I love that we're having this conversation. It was my intent because it shows how you can build quality bonds with individuals, authentic bonds with individuals. And it started with LinkedIn, right?
Yep.
And now, we're not just random, connected on LinkedIn. It's gone to the point where it's multiple titles. So you've been my client, you're my business bestie, we're each other's business besties, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
I utilize your services whenever
Mhm.
I can. So for those who don't know, I do a master class for entrepreneurs every other month. Rachel manages the online part of those
I
events,
do.
and it allows for my events to be flawless so that I can focus on content because she manages everything else. So being best friends, business buddies, utilizing each other's services. But that would have never happened if the connection of you seeing my content on LinkedIn. And so the truth of it, even, yeah, I yelled in public. I got all excited.
Yeah.
But the lesson there is because you engage with my content so consistently, I knew who you was, that name. I didn't recognize you because my mind was at a different place. We were actually at a women's entrepreneurship program. I
That's
think we
correct.
did. And as soon as you talked to me and said your name, yeah, I lost it. Because, I shouldn't say lost it. I was excited.
Yes.
And I'm not
Exactly.
embarrassed, but I was excited. But because you had consistently engaged, right, in my content, I knew your name. I was recently doing a virtual event, attending a virtual event, and someone was excited, and it was great. She was excited. And this happens, back when the world was open and I would go places, and people would be excited to see me. Oh, you're the LinkedIn lady, or whatever they would call me. And I'm like, yes, hi, like, who are you? Kind of, because I wouldn't know them because they were just following me but not engaging. So their face wasn't familiar, their name wasn't familiar, but because you engaged consistently and wasn't just on the sidelines looking, now here we are today, fast track.
I know. Here we are, and now I can share about my business, give my elevator speech. Again, my name is Rachel Bush. I am the founder, business owner, operator of Mova Business Solutions. I provide contracted virtual administrative support to other entrepreneurs and business owners. I enjoy what I do because what I have been able to do is build partnerships with those respective businesses and provide that immediate support. It is hard for us as business owners, because I'm saying us, to delegate, to build that trust with those who we can continue to take these items off of our plate and continue to be involved in the work that we enjoy doing. So, in order to do that for business owners, I have to connect with them, learn more about their business, and then really see where I can, take my expertise and support them. That has been in a role of, again, administrative support. So that could be calendar management, email management. But it's also led to project support, specifically diving into project management softwares and tools, and specifically implementation. for them. But in order to do that, I have to learn about them. I have to learn about their teams, and then I get to utilize my skill set to see what works best with them. And I've enjoyed it. Clearly, with you, Clarine, I provide webinar support. But again, it all starts with that first part of the partnership.
Right.
And really taking from that and saying, here's what I'm good at. I can help you with this, but how do we make it great together? And it also provides me some variety in my life, which I like.
So let me, because I skipped the agenda, so let me go back and share the news. And what I may do, because again, I want to honor people's times, because even though we're not in circumstance where people are out in their office environments, many people are working from home still, I want to honor this as kind of the lunchtime kind of break that people can take and join us every other week. So I want to stay within that time frame. So if your schedule is open to it, Rachel, yeah, we'll see. We may coordinate for you to be on the next episode. Okay. So that we can really get deep down into how you leverage LinkedIn. Let me just put, so then I can go share the news with everyone so it doesn't get too old. All but right. Let me just put this teaser out there for everyone. Rachel, she's had some significant posts lately and on an ongoing basis, more recently. And I should have checked in with her this morning to see what the latest number is of a post that she made that is, well, probably over 100,000 views.
I can tell you. Hold on.
Okay. I can see. And this was not, it was a LinkedIn content post regarding her area of expertise.
73,000.
Okay, so how many of you have had a post lately or on an ongoing basis that has 73,000 views? And how long ago was that? That was like a week or 2 weeks?
It was over a week ago.
Yeah. Pretty good, I think. So I would like to talk more about that whole process of her getting these posts. This wasn't the first time. And just that whole experience for her of utilizing LinkedIn to advance her business and the results she's been able to generate for that. And if you don't mind, Rachel, just holding with me as I share some news that's related to women entrepreneurship. So I'm going to share my screen and then go to. So the first story here I want to bring to your attention, and just FYI, before I forget, yes, we're on LinkedIn Live today. And for those who may be watching a replay, because this video always stays in my activity section, if you go to the post tab, but then I also transfer this and create a podcast. So I want to, those who are with me on LinkedIn, you can see this, but then others, I'm just going to read through some key information here. So this is a Black Enterprise article from just January 17th. So Black women entrepreneurs earn 24,000. And I'm hesitating purposely. Black women entrepreneurs earn 24,000 average revenue according to report. Wow. 24,000 in a year.
That's not too much money.
Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't go further into it because we're up on time. So please look into this article, Black Enterprise issue online, January 17th. Black women entrepreneurs earn 24,000 average revenue according to report. Again, the need for us, Black women entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs overall, to leverage LinkedIn so that we're able to get above and beyond 24,000, right? Also, another article is from MIT Management Sloan School, and the article is 4 ways to be an ally for female entrepreneurs. This article was published January 13th, and it details 4 different areas. 1, know the difference between real and performative allyship and practice the former. Take a step beyond mentorship and be a sponsor. is another. And the third one is be an active bystander against microaggressions. And then use your votes and dollars to push for bigger policy and ecosystem changes. And I want to rush with this. Another article, and this is one I just discovered yesterday from Inc. The SBA is stepping up its efforts to help women entrepreneurs. And so they actually just recently launched a platform called Ascent. It's a free e-learning platform launched by the Small Business Administration that walks users through the process of starting and running a business. So and I'm just going to go to this. I created my account last night, but you can create yours. It's a learning platform, which is a great resource from what I can see so far. There's fireside chat, exercises and tools, infographics, videos, discussions, and success stories and other information. So a great tool for free from the SBA that you can sign up and do the e-learning, take you through various modules. But the more that we can take advantage of different resources, the greater we can be with our businesses. Right. So those are the three entrepreneurship related. There, I'm back. We're back. Those are the three entrepreneurship related stories I wanted to share news wise, because I want to keep you up to date all the time when it comes to information. Knowledge is power, right? And
that's been so helpful, Clarine. That I appreciate those articles.
Did you get them? And I will, as soon as I end this broadcast, I will post the links into the comments for this show so that you have easy access for those. Okay. Let me go with some announcements because then we need to wrap up because my banner this time goes quick, but I want to honor and make sure that I stay on track with things. And so, as a reminder, always that I have my LinkedIn Power Moves with Clarine private Facebook group if you want more specific content about LinkedIn tips, because that's not what this is necessarily totally about, these shows, these episodes. So beyond connecting with me, if we're not already connected to on LinkedIn and seeing all the information I always put on LinkedIn anyway, you can become a part of my private Facebook group where I go live every Thursday evening with a different LinkedIn topic. So again, LinkedIn Power Moves with Clarine. And actually, let me do this. And I'm just looking for so there it is at the bottom as a ticker, but my LinkedIn Power Moves with Clarine. And also, and I mentioned before that, and this is going to go big, Rachel. So I mentioned how Rachel supports me by providing the online management for my master classes. So every other month, generally, I do a master class for free for entrepreneurs, and it's called LinkedIn Power Moves for Entrepreneurs. The next one is February 18th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just search the event name on Eventbrite. So LinkedIn Power Moves for Entrepreneurs. Search it on Eventbrite, register. It's a free event on Zoom. It will be live. And those events, Rachel, you can tell people like they're educational but fun.
Yeah, and they're fun. I would say, can I just push the fun part? They are fun. We are all engaged. I know I have to be the Zoom police when I need to, but that's to make sure Clarine can deliver the best, masterclass possible, but fun nonetheless.
So that will be February 18th, and I'll try to put the link in the comments as well for that, or stay tuned as you see my post. Also, we had a theme song for this show, and it's Alicia Keys' Superwoman. You didn't hear it last time, so we closed out with that. And I wanted that to be the norm, but I need to work out some copyright issues before I get in trouble.
Yeah, don't play that. I said, don't play it if they're going to come after you.
So instead, I will at least put this up. So come to the other side, Rachel, right? So let's continue to be our superwoman selves and own our brilliance is the point. It's not the superwoman mindset of we can do everything. No, When I say let's be superstar, super women, when it comes to being business women, biz entrepreneurs, is let's own our brilliance. Let's be like take off the shirt, put on our cape, and truly go hard in being our business selves, right? So any Rachel, any final thought? We hope that you can join us for the next episode so we can get more into the tips. Let me check the chat to see if there's any comments.
I'm gonna say I don't have any final thoughts. I know I look forward to the next show. I have to double check the calendar. I want to put it out to the universe that I'll be here for it, for sure.
We
Um
cannot interrupt your business flow. So
I
understand
know.
that. Get that
Um,
business. That's the priority.
but I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me on today, Clarine. You have continued to make things get a little uncomfortable for myself and my business, and being able to have this platform to connect with you and then connect with others. It means a lot to me. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
need to give a quick shout out to Brenda Mueller. She is from Detroit, but Brenda, if you're not connected to Brenda on LinkedIn, please connect with her. She had me as one of her speakers this Saturday for a LinkedIn live-a-thon. Have you ever heard of such a thing? It was phenomenal. 6 hours of information packed with one quality presenter after another. And actually, the videos are still there on her LinkedIn profile. So you go to her LinkedIn profile, go to the activity section, go to her post. You don't have to scroll very far because it was just on Saturday. I talked about how career professionals can transition to entrepreneurship using LinkedIn. So you can see my presentation there and all the other ones. But thanks for joining us, Brenda. So nice to have you. I'm trying to just go through to see if there are any comments before I close out. I
There
love
were there were a couple on those numbers on us earning our income. Oh, how do we get okay?
it's depressing, right?
Yeah,
That
that was a little
24,000.
that is sad, but after going through tax information, it makes sense. Like, I'm within that window. So got to
But
change those things, but
we can level
definitely
up.
progress
Yeah,
from
we can
where I
level up. We
was.
can be better than that.
Right, exactly.
Did you see a question? Hey, Amanda Long, good to see you. Tamara, oh my goodness, so good to have you here as well. What a win! The win, I think, was about them in the engagement that you is. It was great, Patty Jackson. Hi, Patty. So nice to have my clients here. Janelle, congrats. She's saying to Rachel, to you. So
Thanks.
nice to have you here, Janelle, with us in real time. I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to close it out. So, again, nice to have you, Rachel. Thank you
Oh, thank you,
for
Clarine.
accepting the invitation. If
Of
not
course.
next episode, then sometime in the future soon, we'll come back together and have it really just talking about
Okay.
how you're leveraging LinkedIn now that we've gotten out the formality about how we connected. But that was still a LinkedIn. I don't know if that was really a formality because that was like, okay, tears in the eye kind of moment.
It was.
But it showcased though the power of LinkedIn. So it's still a lesson because that's how we connected. And now is years later in the bond that we forged in so many different ways. So
I agree.
it works.
Couldn't have said it better. Good job.
All righty. So that will be it. Thank you, everyone. Stay phenomenal and network, network, network. Let's move the change the dial when it comes to that 24,000 or wherever it is. Like we have to level it up, get more because we deserve more, right?
We do.
Our
Yes.
brilliance deserves more.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. See you next time. In the meantime, see you online. Make sure you're shining.
Take care.